Welcome to the Resilient Woman Leadership Podcast, where professionally minded women explore the art of grounding into the powerful foundation that makes us resilient leaders in business and in life. I'm your host, Kathryn Regganie, and I believe that when we women connect deeply with our truest selves, we can collectively shift our leadership culture towards compassion, cohesion, and true creativity. Hi, welcome back to Resilient Woman Leadership Podcast. I'm Kathryn Regganie, and I'm so glad that you're here. I know that you're busy meeting deadlines, family, clients, but today I want to talk about something that hides in plain sight. Burnout disguised as just being busy. You know that feeling when your calendar is full, your to-do list is never ending, and you tell yourself, it's just busy season. But down deep, you know it's not just a busy season. It becomes a way of life. So before we dive in here, I just want to acknowledge you. The fact that you're listening to this means that you care deeply about how you show up for your work, for your teams, for your family, for yourself. And that already makes you part of a powerful circle of women who are redefining leadership from the inside out. You know, as autumn rushes in and October is already halfway gone, I'm reminded of just how fast time really moves. We start the year with so much hope and motivation, full of plans and ideas and new goals. And then, almost without realizing it, other priorities start to take over. For me, this year, it's really been about parent care, making sure my family is supported while still showing up for my business, my clients, and the relationships that mean so much to me. And if I'm being honest, some things have slipped through the cracks. Not because I don't care, but because I tell myself, you're just busy, you'll do that later. But that later never comes. Not until something forces it. It reminds me so much of my years in corporate America. I was chasing goals, leading teams, juggling deadlines. On the outside, I looked like I had it all together. But in the inside, I was running on fumes. That's why this message, this work, matters so much to me. Because when we don't know our own power, when we forget how to tap into it, we end up running on empty, trying to meet everyone else's needs before our own. And that's why I help my clients rediscover their true leadership power. The kind that's calm, clear, and deeply rooted in who they are, not what they produce. And I know I'm not alone. Every woman I work with, from executives to entrepreneurs, has her own version of this story. You've built careers through hard work, grit, and brilliance, but somewhere along the way, busyness became the new burnout. You've built communities and teams and successes, but now it's time to build sustainability. So wherever you're listening right now, just take a deep breath with me. We are in this conversation together. I can almost feel our guides smiling. You know, the ones who whisper, slow down. You don't have to prove your worth through exhaustion. And here's the thing. Our bodies always tell us before burnout strikes. But we've been conditioned to ignore the signs. I'll rest after this deadline. I'll slow down after the holidays. Does any of that sound familiar? What's really happening is that our nervous systems or our embodied wisdom is signaling us and telling us, I need safety, I need rhythm, I need recovery. But our minds override it with productivity and perfectionism and that people-pleasing thing. And this is where burnout, disguised as busy, lives. It's in that gap between what your body knows and what your brain insists you should do. So what do you do instead of pushing harder? Start small. I mean really small. Each day this week, when you notice yourself saying, "I'm just busy," I invite you to pause. Take one full breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then ask yourself, what actually needs my attention right now? And what can wait? That's it. It's that simple question that has saved more energy and restored more focus than any productivity tool I've ever used. So when you begin to catch those moments, the moments of false busyness, you start to reclaim your power. You stop letting the calendar control you and start leading from your own energy. That's what resilience really is. Not bouncing back, but returning to yourself. You don't have to wait until you crash to recalibrate. You can start today with one breath, one pause, one act of self-leadership. And if this message resonates with you, I'd love to hear what hit home for you. What's one subtle sign of burnout you've noticed in yourself lately? You can reach out to me directly on LinkedIn or find my email in the show notes. So as we wrap up today, take one more deep breath. Feel your feet on the ground. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're simply being invited to lead in a new way, one that honors both your drive and your well-being. Until next time, I'm Kathryn Regganie, reminding you that resilience isn't about pushing through. It's about coming home to your power. Thanks for listening to the Resilient Woman Leadership Podcast. Remember to take my Dragon Woman quiz at dragonwomanquiz.com. In just 2 minutes, this fun quiz will reveal your Dragon Woman and connect you to the resources so that you can leverage her power for good. And if you've enjoyed this episode, subscribe now so you can hear more inspiring stories from other resilient, wise women who will uplift and inspire you. Your review really matters to me, so please gift me back by reviewing this episode. Want more Kathryn? You can find me at energy-pathways.com.